hello. Okay. So, it's quite dark. Give me a second. Hello. So, yeah, I had to cancel my stream on Thursday, so I'm doing it now. We're probably doing a short stream. We'll see how it goes. Maybe an hour, maybe 1.5 hours, depending on the viewership and your engagement. But yeah, so without further ado, let's start some hundreds. Okay. We played a bit before. So we're probably going to see 2 reg games mostly, but we'll see. If we get like 3 or 4 reg only games in a row, we'll probably move down to 50s. Because there's no need to, I don't think it's really interesting to playing against regs, but it's up to you. It would be nice if you said hi in the chat so I can check if the chat is working. Okay, perfect. And Satas Viki, Precious, hello. Hey guys. Okay, we're not getting a game yet, which is sad. Yeah. Okay. I'll wait one more minute and then I'll switch to 50s, I guess. Because on Sundays there's not that much action in the evenings. It's only like the action comes back up only during the night for like a few hours. So if we have to wait for a long time, it's not worth it, but hopefully we get a game in a second or two, but till then, I'll just talk to myself, I guess. I should put my mic closer. I'm not sure if you can hear me properly or not. Usually people complain that it's really quiet, but okay. Okay, let's go to 50s. Let's not waste the time. Okay, we got a game immediately, which is nice. I played like for an hour before the stream and it went horribly wrong. I played like 30 games with minus 100 chippy hundreds, which is like 900 euros of losses, which sucks. Haven't had a session like that in a while. I started the month great, but yeah, sometimes you have these days. Okay, so he checks back. We start betting right away versus a fish. The board paired up. I don't want to bet too big because I'll probably bluff the river as well after the draws miss. Okay, he raises me. It's an easy fold then. Okay, let's limp. Stack him as a fish as well. Never forget to do that. We have really weak straight backdoors, so we're not going to do anything crazy here. Not gonna bluff our way in. If we, hopefully he checks back and we see a jack or a 7. 10 or a 9 would be good. Yeah, we completely miss it. Not going to do any bluffing here. Boom, boom. As always, guys, feel free to ask any questions. I'll be more than glad to answer them. Okay, so we hit a 9, which is nice. Our kicker is decent, but it's not too good. I'll try to get a crying call from the fish. The reg is not probably going to call. If we get raised, it's probably a fold. Oh, okay, he raised. I mean, he's only doing that probably with a 2 pair, and that's about it. Like 8-9, 4-9, deuce 9, whatever. I'll fold. If he's bluffing, congratulations, it's a nice bluff. But yeah, okay, let's jam. Where is the larger delay, in YouTube or Twitch? The delay is the same. It's 1.5 minutes. Are you trying to? Are you going to stream snipe me? But yeah, the delay is the same on both. Maybe due to lag or something else, it might be different for a bit, or maybe the software is a bit different, but it should be 1.5 minutes. Do you know what could be the problem of PureGTO app? When I try to start it, it asks me to write my email. When I do it, it says validating email and it never does something after. Have you checked your email box? Because you need to be registered. I mean, do you have the newest version of it? You should send a message, this exact message in our Discord, and you should get an answer from someone, because I'm not like dealing with the PureGTO system at all. I'm not a tech guy or IT guy that's responsible for it, so I'm not aware of the problem, and I have no idea how to solve it. I mean, if you have the newest version, it should work fine, but there might be a random bug or whatever in the system. So, hi, what's your chippy this month? So this month, I think I had, before today, I had, this is really close to a call, but it's not. So the chippy this month, I think, was 46 in like 500 games in hundreds, and in 50s it was like 88 chips in like, I think, 250 games. It was like around 3.5k profit, but just before the stream started I lost like 900 and I fucked up my chippy quite badly, so we can check. I can show it to you after this game quickly. I'm playing on, yeah, I start usually to play around 11-12 o'clock during the day, and sometimes I play in the evening as well. Yesterday I played until like 3 a.m. I think. So it depends. If I have nothing to do, I'll play in the evenings as well, or even during the nights, but usually I play most of my volume during the day. And my rakeback status is, after this month, will be Red Diamond 2. Okay, nice, we're dominating him, which is great. Jam. I wonder who's asking these questions if I'm playing during the day or during the night. The chippy V. I feel like someone that I play against would ask these types of questions, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're just curious, you know, how I'm doing. But yeah, I started off great, but as I said, today I had a really horrible session. I mean, I made some mistakes. I was not really focused, and I played. The sample was quite small. Oh, I should not have jammed this probably. Yep. That's what you get for not looking at the HUDs and talking about your results. But yeah. what is the difference of ChipPV and net expected chips 1 status in PT4? So ChipPV is your expected chips, so basically EV, and net expected chips 1. I don't know exactly what's the difference. Net expected chips, to be honest, I have no clue. So, but the ChipPV is the correct status that you should use to check how good you are. So, should not be concerned about, because if, okay, as for games of last 3 months, and or 500 games in PokerStars. So if I played 500 games in the last month, is it fine to upload them? Yes, it's absolutely fine. It's like the bare minimum that you should have applying to the school, and if they reject, you can always get a bigger sample, you can study a bit more. So, you know, yeah, 500 games, if you played them last month, it's completely fine. You can definitely send it and try to apply. I mean, depending on the limit in your results, you should be accepted probably. Okay, come on, let's finish this game. I want to play hundreds. I'm like a gambler. I want to get my money back, because I lost quite a lot. Oh my god, so many mistakes when I type from phone. I mean, happens to everyone. But usually it's easier for me to correct my mistakes on the phone. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll limp. I'm from SmartSpin, 25S limit. Oh, okay, okay. You can share your nickname as well, you know. Maybe someone who's watching is playing 25s as well. You're watching your competitor's streams. Okay, let's maybe we played before, and I used to play 25s, or you started not that long ago. Come on. We're losing quite a lot in this heads up. Jam King 7. Okay, nice. 7-6. Okay. How many games have you played at 100S already, and what's your ChipPV? Because I was watching Nice to Meet stream, and some people there said that you are the worst reg in the max 100S. I've played, I've played the session that I'm talking about, like the last a lot against Nice to Meet. And I checked my graph recently of all-time 100S, and the ChipPV is not that good. I think it was like 32 or 33, something like that. So basically, it's not that much. It's not that work for me to play hundreds. But I mentioned that on stream multiple times. Should I play again? Started at 50. I wanted to play hundreds. I wonder who said that. I'm the worst reg, but it is what it is. In PT4 I can't see the ChipPV, only net expected chips 1. And I googled that those are different. Is there a way to see ChipPV? So you need a ChipPV stat. You should try to just Google PT4 ChipPV stat, and maybe you'll find a place to download it, because that's a custom stat. Wow, that's a big sizing. So yeah, and that should be it. Or you can do it basically. You can do it on Poker Tracker. a bit differently. So when you go to, so there's on Poker Tracker 4, there's display all in equity basically. And when you check that box, it shows the total expected chip EV, right? The total expected chips won. And if you divide it by games that you played, you'll get your chip EV basically. That's it. That's there it is. There's not much more to it. So, oh, that's ugly. Also, when uploading games, they ask a Gyazo link from Poker Tracker. I don't use PT4, I use Pure Tracker. Should I upload games from Pure Tracker then, or do I upload my hands to Poker Tracker? It doesn't matter at all. You can use Pure Tracker, you can use Poker Tracker as long as it shows your chip EV, right? As long as they can see your results, it's completely fine. There's no difference whatsoever. I've been in PokerStars not so long in Venemax Field. Oh, okay. So you escape from PokerStars as well. I wonder how they're doing in the high stakes because the site is dying completely, it seems. Like, I don't like playing hundreds that much because of lack of action a lot of the times. So yeah, I wonder if the stream of Nice to Meet will be possible to watch afterwards. Is he done streaming, by the way, or not? Let's check it. Oh, he's done. Come on, give me a hand. I think it's a shove. Of course, he has ace king suited. Hold. Okay, let's play hundreds. If we get a game going, we got it. So we're probably going to see two regs if we got the game immediately. And I was correct, but all right. Do you have an advice? If a person enrolls into your school, how many hours a month should a player play and study? So, I mean, as much as possible. It depends on what your goals are. If you want to just get better, right? Just be profitable in poker or whatever, then you don't need to do that much. But if you want to do it for a living one day, then you have to put as many hours as possible, right? If you're doing it full time, right? If you decided to try to do it for a living right away, then I mean, again, the more hours you put in, the faster you'll reap in the results. As long as it's like a healthy amount, right? Some people do like 200-300 hours a month, like playing and studying combined, but it's really a lot, right? And you don't get that much social life. But if you, some people are fine with it. I don't think it's healthy, but yeah. But so yeah, if you have other things going on, just Shit, what? He checked back. What is going on? He checked back the jack twice. I mean, it was a rainbow board. So it's definitely possible. I don't think he's doing that with King 10, for example. So yeah, I mean, the hours, the more you put in, the better the better. That's it. There's not much. But if you're doing it full time, at least like 120 hours at least in the beginning, at least, until you get used to it. Saw your 50s result on Discord vlog. Wow. But that was like my record month on 50s. And like my total GPV in 50s is between 49 and 50, which is really good. I mean, I would probably have above 50 if I only played right now 50s. But I'm playing hundreds to increase my status faster. And yeah, and because like I don't like studying that much, but playing in hundreds, like you see way more interesting lines than playing against 50s regs. So yeah, but the lack of action is really annoying on hundreds. What is considered an average salary for average spin player approximately? So it really depends if you're like if you're talking total profit or if you're talking about like after the split with your stable, if you're in a stable, right? Then it varies, but if you're playing full time, like 25s, because I think you can live comfortably, I mean, quite comfortably, if you're playing at least 25s full time. Otherwise, it will be quite hard. I mean, it depends on your expenses, right? And where do you live? Do you pay rent or not? Which country you are in? So it varies. But if you're in Lithuania, let's say if you're in the capital, you should be playing at least 25s to support yourself. Otherwise, it will be quite hard on you. So basically, yeah. And let's say 25s reg should make a good 25s, not like an average reg, but a good one, right? Better than an average reg. If he puts in, I don't know, like 140, 160 hours a month playing and studying in total, he should be making, and it depends if he's playing it during the night or during the day, he should be making between 2.5, maybe 4,000 before the split. So after the split, it depends on your deal, right? Let's see, if it's 50-50, then you have to divide it by 50%. So it really varies. Like in any job or whatever sport, it takes time for you to get paid, decent money. So it's a bit complicated. And yeah, it really depends how many hours, because even some people in 25s, right, they make like 10k. It's possible on regular format, but you need to play a lot of tables, you need to put a lot of hours in, you need to be really good as well. So that's quite a wide call, but I'll do it. When would you encourage a fellow spin player to leave his normal job? I mean, so basically, if you're crushing 25s, you can definitely try to leave your job and do it full time, and try to move up the stakes. Before that, it's really hard and it's really tricky. Some people get stuck in 25s and they never move up. So, it's quite complicated. And as I said, it depends on your living situation as well. If you have to support a family, you might need more money, and it's a bit more risky if you're young and alone and you're on your own, you're living at your parents, right? Then it's way easier and you take way less risks. So it's how much risk can you take upon yourself, right? It all depends on that. Thank you for your help. I'm collecting the sample right now in PokerStars. I have 120 GPV right now from 70 games. Hope I can maintain it till 500 games. I heard you need 40. Uh, so it depends on which stake you're playing in. That's the difference between the chippy, but yeah. So 70 game sample is nothing. Anything can happen. I mean, yeah, in the low stakes, it's like you would expect to have a good chippy, but you know, it's for sure. But you don't need 120. You can always like get a sample for if you play like, I don't know, you can play 200 games in 1S, you can play other like 300 games in 2S. You know, it doesn't need to be one single stake. As long as you show that you're beating the game at 500 games and you're motivated, you should get in. So yeah. Had 120 chippy playing $1 at first. 70 games as well, but now it's somewhere near 45. Yeah, I mean, called quite loose here. Let's call one. We didn't improve. We'll have to fold now. Yeah, 45 in 1S is definitely low. I mean, I don't think you're beating the rake. I could turn this into a bluff. But I would need to bet big. Probably need to bet like 5 big blinds or so. Wow, he beat me with 10-9. That's why I wanted to bluff. How is age related for coming to your school? There's a question like that. I mean, the younger you are, the better it is, right? Because it's easier for you to learn. You can like play for way longer, right? You can play a lot more. You're way more motivated because you think about more money a lot more. You can sacrifice your nights, right? So yeah, I mean, the younger you are, the better usually. But I mean, some people get to high stakes when they're not so young. So yeah, as long as you're 18, right? Get a poker account somewhere, you're good to go. But cannot be under 18, that's for sure. It's 5S that I'm playing. Oh, so that's good. That's really good. Keep up the good results. In 5S, you don't need like 40 is the bare minimum at least. I mean, it's like I think I'm not sure what the rake is on 5S, but I think it's like 7 or 8%. So that means with 40 GPV, you're breaking even, and that's it. Right? So you need to beat it. You need to be profitable. But I mean, if you had like, if you can have 120 GPV in 70 games, it's not all luck, right? So even if you had a great run, it doesn't matter. It'll probably like, yeah, it'll go down, that's for sure. Like there's no doubt about it, but yeah. Okay, let's jam. At 45 GPV, $1 in PS, I'm steadily winning little by little. But I don't think it's beatable. Like, what's the rate? It's like 8%, I think, right? So if it's 8%, you need 40 GPV to break even in theory, right? Spin EV, like if you include all the jackpots and so on. So realistically, you'll need 45 to be break even, right? And then the rate back comes in. And at 1S, you'll definitely don't have a huge rate back, right? It'll probably like be, I don't know, 10-15%. I'm not sure. I cannot remember the rate back stats on PokerStars. So that means, okay, you're probably break-even GPV is close to 40. So yeah, you're making probably money, but not that much. Hmm. Okay. We got a fish, by the way, which is quite unusual. We're back at 2 right games, sadly. Well, maybe it's a little hard. I can't really check it because half of the time I'm playing on my tablet. Not bad. That's one way to play. I mean, can we get a 10 of clubs? We got a club, but not a 10. You're playing on a tablet. How many tables do you play at one time? Only one or multiple? Because I remember that they allowed like up to 4 tables on a phone. So I was like, I just turned 18. I was playing. I won a tournament, MTT tournament for $1. Uh, while playing on a phone. But yeah, I remember that you can multi-table up to 4 tables. I wonder if he's ever folding here. Seems like he has a showdown hand. Yeah, but he folded. Good for us. When should a player start playing 2, 3, 4 tables? I mean, as long like when you know the range is decently, right? Like you should start playing 2 tables at the same time right away. I don't think it's that hard. I mean, and learn ranges as quickly as possible. And when you're good at ranges and you're beating like 5S, you can definitely go to 3 or 4 tables if you want. It really depends on how fast someone learns and adjusts, right? Because it's a skill, right? It takes time to learn it. And but yeah, like I regret that I didn't play 4 tables at least in the beginning. I wasted a lot of time. So he raises and then he checks back and then he bombs it with 3.8. I mean, if he has it, he has it. I mean, if he doesn't have it, I would be really surprised if we're beating him after he checks back the flop and decides to barrel the turn. He's going to jam. Does he really have a 6? I should have checked back on the turn, by the way, but oh, pocket 10s. Wow. Did not expect to see that. Oh well. How do you beat other players if all of them are playing GTO? Isn't it on equal chances then? So the better you know GTO, the more advantage you have against someone, right? So you need to study GTO more than other people. But basically, you're not. I'm not making money from regs. I'm only making money from fishes. A lot of regs I'm breaking even or losing money against. I mean, most of the time, if I went down to I don't know 25s, I would be probably making money off regs as well. But just because the skill gap is too big. But if you're playing in your own limits, you'll be losing money against regs. You need to bum hunt. You need to get fishes in your games. Otherwise, you're not beating it. That's one big blind. Tired playing. Do you think spins are dying and might not be beatable in the near future? No, I don't think so. I mean, like, you can always go down the limits, right? And you'll beat the game, right? So let's say I don't know, I start not beating 50s or whatever. Then I can move down to 25s. If I don't beat them, I can move down to 10s, but this won't happen because eventually, right, even if the limit gets worse, it will get worse for, I don't know, 2-3 months, whatever. And a lot of people will start not beating it and they'll move down the limit and go to another site. It evens out in the long run, right? But yeah, there can be months or two where it's hard to beat if you're not the best in the stake that you're playing. So yeah. Yeah, I don't worry about that. I mean, I worry about like poker in general as a long-term, like, long-term profession, if we might say so. But yeah, I don't think it's the best way to live your life. It's not the most fulfilling way to live your life. I'll do sneak a dong here. See how he reacts. It's 10. I started playing two tables even though all the time I was playing one, and right now I can't go back. It feels like you'll learn faster too when you're more in a rush to make decisions. Yeah, for me it happened the same. I mean, I learned faster not because of the rush that you're talking about, but because you see way more spots, right? Because you play a lot more. When you see way more hands, double the hands if you go from 1 to 2 tables. But imagine if you go to from 2 to 4 tables, you see double as many hands as well. So you start seeing patterns way faster than while playing 1 or 2 tables. So it helps you to adjust, but your strategy way quicker. But the problem is that it's harder for you to exploit and make like minimal adjustments and bets. You miss a lot of the spots too, and you do faster decisions that you don't think through that well. So yeah. I'm not sure if the question is for me or for Frashas, but do you play on laptop? Do you use 2 screen monitors? Uh, I play on a PC, not a laptop, and I have 2 monitors, but I only play on one. I don't need the second one is just there. For example, for streaming, right? I can read the chat and I can play on the other one, but yeah, no one usually plays on multiple monitors. I mean, if you're playing, usually people just buy a big ass monitor, one like 30, I don't know, 3, 5 or whatever inches, and they play then. So yeah. Oh boy. Okay. If he jams, we have to fold. Six, 8. I wonder if he ever folded an 8, but oh well. Yeah. I think this is a fish. Should be at least. Okay, let's check. Can you please tell us the process how you learn GTO ranges. So basically, you either memorize the charts, or you can use, like, we have your GTO software where you can use a bot, right, that you're playing against, and it says if you're correctly using the sizings and ranges in particular hands. But so yeah, and I just basically tried memorizing the charts and that's it. I don't know the ranges that well, to be honest. I think I could definitely improve a lot more because shit. I used to study ranges in the beginning quite a lot, and then I got lazy. And sometimes I check the range and I'm like, wow, I didn't know this spot existed, and I played it like wrong all the like for 3 years or 4 years, you know. So that happens, but that's probably the easiest way. The bot is probably a better way, maybe easier one. Hello, hello. How do you perceive describe Panda E? Or I'm not sure which. I never heard that word. I think you. Oh, B is close to V, so perceive Panda E. He's a good player. Do you extract money from him? Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, I'm probably losing money against him. I'm not sure. In heads up, it will probably be like quite close. It's quite to break even, I think, the last time I checked. Because we have 10k hands, three-handed, so it's quite a lot. But yeah, he's a good player. He plays a lot of tables. I don't have a bad word to say about him. Okay, that's just jam. In 100S, there was a lot more. When I started playing 100S, there were a lot more bad regs or weak regs. Now it's quite. Field is quite balanced. Yeah, but today I'll be streaming only for an hour. I'll stop the stream at 8 o'clock. And how many tables do you play? I play 6 tables, usually. Sometimes if I'm like really tired and sleepy, I'll play only 5 tables. But yeah, usually it's 6. I don't play more than that, never, because my monitor allows like 6 tables fits perfectly on my monitor. Anything more than that is crazy uncomfortable to play because the tables are really small. I could use an additional software to fix the table size, but I don't want to do it. I think my hourly is the highest when I play 6 tables. On 50s, it's completely enough. Like, I get enough fishes. On 100s, I wish I could play more. Like 8 to 10 tables maybe at times, but the problem is that problem is that, yeah, I need a bigger monitor, and I don't want to waste my time learning the new table, the more table strategy, because it takes time, and I'm probably have to move down the limit as well to not lose as much. If a player has memorized GTO range is quite good, does it mean you'll be a really good spin player and win a lot? What do you need more? What do you need to be successful? Perhaps other theory. So when we're talking about GTO ranges, it's pre-flop ranges, right? It's not like GTO strategy post-flop. No. He seems weak after he checks back. I'll bet 19 should be. I should maybe get a call from a 10 or a 9 sometimes. With that sizing, maybe I'll induce him as well. I don't think he has a queen that often. Yeah, 10. 10-4. Wow, I missed value then. I expected him to bet. It's weird that he donked on the turn. So yeah, like when you're talking about low stakes, like just knowing the pre-flop ranges, you're instantly profitable, right? But later on, right, everyone knows the ranges, like not close to perfect, but really good, you know. So basically, you need to study GTO post-flop strategy, which is a lot harder than it's a lot harder to remember than just the ranges, you know. It's way more complicated, a lot more nuanced, and you cannot use the same strategy against fishes as you're using against regs, right? So you have to adjust. There are a lot more nuances. What the fuck is that? Seems like when fishes do that, it's super nutted usually, and the problem is if he has a flush, I'm already dead, and he blocks my straights a lot of the times when he does that as well. So I don't like that. Do you think it's possible to play 12 or 14 tables on reg speed and be profitable? I think it is possible. Like, what do you consider profitable, right? If you're just barely making money, like, yeah, you can make like 10 cents from a game. Do you think consider it profitable if you're playing high, like hundreds? You make 10 cents a game playing 12 or 14 tables. I don't think it's like profitable. It should not be considered profitable. But I know some people that play 10 tables, right? And they are profitable. So it's probably doable. I mean, but it all comes down like what gives you the highest hourly rate, right? So that's the most important part. So you need to calculate. So maybe someone is capable of doing a better hourly rates, like pool EV plus, like spin EV plus rayback. It's probably possible to do a better one, but I'm not really certain. Hopefully we don't see another cooler again, like 8-6 or whatever, but 4s, wow, that's a loose call, baby. Are there people who drop out of your school? Are there a lot? So some people, like, they finish the deal and they realize that they don't want to do it full time or whatever, and they drop out. But a lot of people stay. Some people want to play on their own, right? They feel comfortable. They're quite comfortable in mid stakes and to play on their own. In that case, they can just leave after the deal is done, right? It's, if you want to reach high stakes, it's quite hard to do it on your own, right? You need a huge role, you need coaching, whatever. So it's a lot harder and more nuanced than just it's probably one of the last games of today, but what happens when a person gets a bankroll from your school and he loses it? So basically, like, let's say you get, I don't know, 500 euros and you lose it, you'll get more, right? That's it. That's the whole staking idea, because you're playing in a pool. Most of the people are playing in a pool. Maybe you're not playing in a pool if you're like playing 1S or 2S. But if your chip EV is good, you'll just get more money and that's it. I'm about to drop out if I keep playing like that. Don't do it. Just study a bit more and that's it. Okay, so he barreled on the turn, which is quite strange. He bets 7.5 here. Okay, didn't expect the sizing on the turn to be that small with this type of hand, but it doesn't matter. What can you say about the situation in the student of your school when the student won the jackpot and still didn't run away? So, not really, like, and I haven't been to school when the jackpot was won. I was not a member yet, so it's a bit different. But yeah, I mean, school lost the case and had to make some changes, but it's a shitty. Like, I don't understand the guy. To be honest, you fuck your reputation up for your whole life for 400k, right? You're always a scammer. You'll always be known as one, right? If you want to do any sort of business, there'll be an article about you and how you basically stole, right? You scammed someone on bullshit excuses, right? The excuses that he gave us, that someone forced him to play, that it's gambling, whatever. But he was a reg way before. He knew where he was getting into, and he was not like just a fresh guy, right, that just started to play poker or whatever. He was a reg. So I don't know the guy, and as I said, I was not a member of school when this happened, so. But yeah, the guy is a douche, an asshole, and that's it. There's not much to it, right? Playing 100s on stream is savage as fuck. It's savage for my Pankler for sure. I never perform. Like, if I get a lot of questions during the stream, I basically don't even look at what I'm doing. I autopilot most of the time. I make stupid calls. I don't make adjustments. It's quite annoying, to be honest. My graph will look horrible, but yeah, this will be the last game of today. Really not want to stream today, but hopefully it will be better on next Thursday, as usual, on 7 p.m, not a.m. If users not planning to appeal to a higher court, I think it was appealed to the highest court already. I think they've done everything they could, and yeah, so now, like, it's bullshit, to be honest. That's the court decided to ruled in the scammer's favor, but yeah. Yo, are you going to Bratislava this year? I'm not sure. Probably not. I mean, I don't like Bratislava. The casino itself is annoying. There's not much to do in Bratislava. It's quite a town. So it was nice going there, but this year probably I'm skipping that. Like, it's fun for the first 2 days in a tournament series, right? If it's Paris, if it's Bratislava, whatever. But I realized that after those 2 days, I get bored quite easily, right? It's boring for me, and I don't play well. After like a few days, I'm not focused enough. I'm not motivated to be there, so it's usually just a waste of money and time. It was fun in the beginning, but I went to do series to understand that. Not a big fan of it, and so yeah, probably not going to any more series. Maybe my attitude will change, but for now it seems like a waste of time and money, because the expenses of traveling, and when you take into account that you would make way more money while just playing that week, right, and you don't need to travel anywhere. It's just a fun way to socialize, but that's it. So yeah. What do you think is the golden poker, and who is the best in heads up? To be honest, I don't give a single damn about other players, like all the pros. I never watch the high rollers or other streams. I don't care about it at all. I mean, I keep distance from that life and all of that as much as possible. I'm definitely not a fan of all the high stakes games or whatever. So yeah, the GOAT, I think, I have no idea. Like, Negrano is like, he decided to learn GTO instead of like crying like Helmut or whatever, and he's playing for a really long time. So I'll give him credit for that, but right now, like I have no idea who's the best player as well, and who's the best in heads up. I have no clue as well. I'm just doing my thing and that's it. Marrakesh was way better. I mean, I was planning on going there, but the flight is long. It's only for 4 days. I said, fuck that. I'm not going there. And because the Paris series was like 2 months ago, so I had no reason to do that, basically. As far as I know, it hasn't been appealed to the highest court yet. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know something, but I thought they did, but yeah, maybe they give up. Either way, I don't think the higher court would have changed anything, to be honest. I think it's quite decided. But didn't see anyone from SM there. Yeah, no one went from our stable. Because we went to Paris, like 6 people went to Paris. And yeah, after that, we were all not tired, but not motivated to go there. Some people said that the place is dog shit, basically. And they're not going back there. So, you know, I was not a big fan as well. Phil Ivey, the GOAT? I think he's not really relevant in today's game, is he? So can you call him the GOAT? Not sure. I mean, I really respect Phil Ivey for his exploit, I think in Baccarat, or what was the game, where he gave the casinos the rules that he wants to play with, right? The decks, whatever, the dealers, and he scammed, allegedly, the casino, but I don't think it was scammed. It was a loophole that he found in the printing of the cards, and that casino was not aware about. So, I mean, I think it was a really nice, neat trick. I don't look at it as a scam. I think it's like the casino like did everything that he asked, and then they went to court. Anyway, so yeah, this will be it for today. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for asking so many questions and not letting me play and focus on the game or the strategy. But yeah, hopefully I see you the upcoming Thursday, right? As usual. So yeah, the stream was quite short. I'll have to do some errands during the house. So yeah. But there's one last question. You made any runs in Paris? And I play like only. I think I cashed only one tournament and it was like 250, like I don't know, KO, like cheap, quick turbo tournament or whatever. I made it into final table and I busted 7th. But that was about it for 1k, and I was in negative. Yeah. How fast did you start making money by playing spins? It was quite easy. I mean, basically when you learn the ranges, which takes like a few days, you start making money, right? You're profitable, but that's about it. Decent money, more than half a year. Then which like more than 1,000 euros I think I can live off, right? That was probably more than half a year, something like that. Yeah. Okay guys, thanks for joining in and see you next week. Goodbye.